Steve, can you develop vision, or is it just natural and a feel from playing?
I think you can develop it a little bit, but I think we always played that way, all three of us. You know, from the time we were kids, I can guarantee you saw us trying to make plays for other people. Something about that always made sense to us and was fairly natural. So I think to be in the class of these guys, of making your teammates better, you know, that's something that's difficult to develop.
You had so much about your game that was next level, the way you dealt with screen roll situations and how you made all those passes. But it was one thing I always thought stood out is the way you kept your dribble. And where did that come from?
You know, I think it's maybe a little bit from Wayne Gretzky, going behind the net as a little kid growing up in Canada. But, you know, I always felt like if I had an advantage, why not keep it until you had a play to make? And so I would make the defense make decisions and keep the ball until they got in trouble, and maybe they made the wrong read, a wrong decision, and make them pay. So it was just something that felt natural to me, and I enjoyed playing that way. And as Jason said, it's a lot of fun to make your teammates better.
You mentioned growing up in Canada, born in South Africa, and now this journey culminates with being a Hall of Famer in basketball. When did you realize or imagine that you would be included among the elites all time?
Well, you never really, come to grips with that. I don't know if I ever will. I remember the one time I've been to the Hall of Fame was when we were on the Suns in like 2007, I believe. And I remember my first coach in the NBA after Cotton Fitzsimmons was Danny Ainge. And I got a call from Danny while we were on our way to the Hall of Fame. He's like, people who play at the level you play at are going to be in the Hall of Fame one day. It was the first time it ever even crossed my mind. You know, it didn't really sink in then. It doesn't really sink in now. You know, I'm a kid who had one scholarship offer to a mid-major and had to fight and scrap and prove himself. So to be here today, I don't think anyone would have predicted this 5, 6, 7 years into the league. So I had to hang in there and keep fighting, and I'm just grateful for all the great coaches, family, teammates, organizations I got an opportunity to play for that had a big influence on my career.
How emotional was it when you got the call?
You know, it's one of those things that's so hard. I'm sure it's going to hit me as time goes on. You know, I'm always the type of person that defers. You know, I hate to look back or pat myself on the back, and so I was kind of like, you know, I don't want to admit to this. And then, you know, I got out of a workout and I had 100 text messages. You know, I guess it had been thrown on the internet, and that starts to make you feel special when you read what an impact or what a journey that you took with so many people that mean a lot to you and how much it means to them. And then when I got here last night and to see these guys that I respect so much and to go in the hall with these guys and Grant and Ray and Tina and everybody, Rick Welts, so many people that have touched me as a person and a player. I mean, this is the end of the line as a player. There is no more stops. And so it's an incredible feeling, and more importantly, you know, to be contemporaries with these guys is unbelievable.